Welcome to the second semifinal of Monday Night Starbow number 17. Another $25 open tournament at the south end of Neo Dante's Peak. The blue Zerg player, it's Myrault.
And at the 3-ish o'clock position, one of the, if not the most well-known Starbow player next to, I'd say, TRB. It's Franscar from the Bestest Friends.
Oh yeah, clan bestest friends. Is Franscar going to be going ahead and throwing down that pylon outside of the natural? Not going for the Balthazar build. And yeah, I think these guys played in Eurobow actually. I feel like they actually made the semifinals and played each other in Eurobow. I'd have to check the brackets. Chat, let me know if that's the case, because I'm pretty sure it was, and I believe in that situation, Myrault actually did defeat Franscar in this matchup, and then moved on to lose to Arthur. So we have a similar Final Four here from what we just saw on Friday. So cool to see these players, you know, repeatedly playing in these tournaments. We're seeing these regulars. That's a lot of fun. So we do see Franscar is actually going to be going for the Nexus first, which is fine because Myrault is going to be going Hatch first. So he'll be totally safe doing that. The spawning pool is just now finishing, so Franscar, nothing to worry about. Be able to get that Nexus up. We do have a pretty wide choke here, though, so he's got to be pretty judicious in how he builds his wall. We do see both these players just macroing up, going to be building workers, so not a whole lot's going to be going on here for a little while here, so
yeah.
Don't want to say this is boring, but come on, do something. Just kidding.
It's not boring. We have a little bit of downtime.
Yep,
happens in pretty much
yeah
anything involving people competing.
This is gonna be interesting that we do have these players, you know, spawning in the close positions here. Once again, I think this is exactly the same spawn positions we had for our last match in our first semifinal on Neo Dante's Peak. So likely going to be a decent amount of aggression. Both the players do have the opportunity to expand away from their opponent, so that is nice. But the fact remains that, you know, their rush distances toward each other are relatively short. But on a large map like this, especially with this big high ground position here, you can defend yourself reasonably well. But it's not like they're going to be in cross positions where you might see a really long macro game on this map. I feel like I've had this map maybe more than any other, except maybe Circuit Breaker. I've had some really long macro games where you just can't quite manage to kill the other guy. So we do see Myrault going to go ahead, and he's going to actually take his third at the mineral only. So he's not going to go for some sort of cross-map expansion and try to defend up with a lot of spines and lurkers or that sort of thing. He's going to go ahead and expand close, sacrificing that third gas. So might see Myrault go for something, it could be a 3-hatch Hydra build. That wouldn't surprise me, just by the fact that he's not, you know, going to have that third gas. Might just be looking to go for something to try to bust this right off the bat. In the meantime, big opening here in the wall for Franscar. Has not tried to really seal that off yet. But Lair is going to be finishing relatively soon here, and we don't see a Hydraless Den yet. We do see Zerling Speed on the way. Twilight Council coming up for Franscar.
Yeah, I've actually, I always have macro games on, like, the weirdest maps to have macro games. Like, well, for example, I think I had, like, a 40-minute game on Texas once.
Yeah, I've had some... Yeah, Texas is definitely one that doesn't lend itself to, like, the really long games. But
yeah,
you could get a decent length one, I suppose.
And this might actually surprise some people, but, like, back in the day, playing another game with Steps of War, my games were so long on that map, and I have no idea why that was.
Yeah, Zealot gonna get it here. Gonna get one drone, only one. Two does knock two of them down to very low health. So nice pullbacks there from Myrault, and we do have that Spire on the way. Also getting the Hydraless Den here too. So Myrault's gonna be able to go in whatever direction he wants to here. He gets a little bit of a scout off here with the Overlord. Let's see how much he actually was able to see. Actually, let's switch those. There we go.
Well, he does see the Stalker, obviously, so that's kind of a big tell. I can't imagine we'll see too many mutas, just solely because, you know, seeing a Stalker that early means it's probably going to make more than just that one Stalker.
We have the Void Oscillator, which gives the Stalkers the high ground vision. That upgrade is on the way, so... Oh, able to tick down the first Stalker here with these Lings. Nice job here from Myrault. So those Stalkers, he is going to have the high ground vision, so Franscar is definitely going to be going for pretty heavy Stalker play here, investing quite a bit in them, also working on his +1 upgrades. Hydras will be having speed here relatively soon, and Myrault able to bypass Franscar, and Franscar is going to get surrounded here, this group of Stalkers. But we'll be able to get plenty done. Stalkers do pretty decent against Hydralisks. They do really well against Lings so long as they can prevent themselves from getting in too much damage. They can get surrounded, that sort of thing. So it's really very well against light units. Yeah. He is going to wind up losing one of these. It's like, oh no! Oh. Myrault pulls back. That Stalker was down to 7 health. A couple more hits and he would have had it. So Myrault doing a very nice job of defending against all of this. In the meantime, though, Franscar does have a nice worker count. And he's going to try to get in here, and he's going to be able to get in, take down some drones. 4 Stalkers is the magic number to take down a drone in one shot. So he's going to go for an Overlord here, actually. Okay, here we go. Those are the juicy drones he wants. And these Stalkers are going to get pushed into a corner here. Not really going to be able to get a whole lot done with them, but he is being annoying. He's pulling Myrault all over the map, making sure he can't be aggressive. And we actually, total number of workers taken down so far, 6. Decent number. You know, Stalkers are a nice harass unit, but they're not usually going to be able to just, you know, eliminate an entire mineral line so long as the opponent is on top of it and is able to split up his units correctly and defend against it. So yeah, they are very fragile. So as long as you're in the right place, you're usually going to be okay against them. All right, here comes a big push here from Myrault. Going to try to take down the Forge. And wow, this number of Hydralisks, this number of Stalkers cannot fight against that. He's going to have to back up. He's probably just going to have to sack that Forge, but he wants to make sure he can get this upgrade out in time. So this little push outs just wants to make sure that +1 does finish for him. One more Chrono Boost should do it. Alright, so Franscar will be able to get that +1. That's a very important upgrade. We do now have some Mutalisks on the way here for Myrault.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's been some really good Blink Micro from Franscar, except right there. But
and the Mutas now are in the main.
Number game. And, Mutas don't get much done.
Nope. Finn slowed down the game. Alright, Stalkers do have to come back here, though. But they will defend against these Mutalisks. Stalkers do exceptionally well against Mutalisks. Has a good number of cannons here. We do have a Reaver coming out. Reaver will be able to twofold. Able to get aggressive, but also able to defend against the Hydralisks here. The cannons plus the Reaver together should be enough to keep this safe here. But Mutalisks coming back in. Franscar's got to be on top of this with the Stalkers here.
It looks like he is, actually. He's doing a pretty good job, but takes a bit of damage.
Yep. So neither player has lost too much economy-wise. Both of them have lost 6 workers. The dance continues. Oh, Myrault losing another Muta there. And the looks like the Reaver is able to get a couple of Hydras here at the front.
Again, these aggressive blinks have been really good from Franscar.
Yeah, gets 2 more Mutas there. So total number of Mutas here in this flak is now down to 6. And Myrault's just going to go for it. Stalkers, though, are here. The Reaver is here. There's another Reaver in the back. I just don't know that Myrault should continue to push this. With 2 Reavers, the Stalkers all over the place. Yeah, Myrault needs to go ahead and expand. So he's going to go ahead and try to get his fourth across the map. His Firth! Okay, Warp Prism and a bunch of Stalkers are now coming out here for Franscar, and this is just Franscar's got to be careful. He's got to make sure that he doesn't lose his Warp Prism. In the meantime, Myrault has to make sure that he doesn't let his Mutalisk get picked off too much. Don't go back into the main. Only 2 of them look like they're left. He's got to make sure he splits up really nicely here in preparation for these Reavers.
And Franscar actually in a massive worker lead.
Wow, yeah, he's really been... And that's the thing, Myrault was getting so aggressive, building so many army units to try to pressure that front, and now he doesn't have the drone count that he would really like to have. So here come the Reavers being dropped. Looks like they go off on a couple of Zerlings, though. There's a huge Reaver shot. It takes down 3 or 4 Hydras at once.
Oh my goodness.
Nice pull forward there. He's going to be able to... Oh my god. He takes out the entire thing. Wow. Reaver, Stalker just does really well against this composition here.
That was a fantastic micro from Franscar.
Yeah, Myrault should have built roaches. Oh wait, never mind. There are no roaches. Franscar looking like he's just gonna roll from here. 105 supply to 43. Worker counts terrible. These Reavers are never gonna die. And the Blink able to protect these Reavers so well. Another huge couple of Reaver shots. And this low health Reaver continuing to survive. There's just no way here. Really nice play from Franscar. Very cool. Good job of defending. I love how he's taking another expansion behind this. He's not all in. He's going to get some cannons here. He's going to expand. He wants to make sure that he wins this game. So, really solid all-around play.
A Reaper went down, but there's nothing really left here for Myrault. And we see GG in a matter of seconds.
Maybe.
That's...
Alright, here's another group of stalkers coming in here. Gonna be able to clean up the rest of these drones. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 drones, 49 minerals. That's gotta be it.
Yep.
GG from Myrault. Franscar takes game number 1.